Hello everyone, I'm Michaela Kathleen, and this is my April reading wrap-up. And I actually only read 2 books this month. Eragon and Harley in the Sky. First, I'm going to talk about Eragon because I read that one first. So this month I started my reread of The Inheritance Cycle, starting with Eragon by Christopher Paolini. And I'm actually rereading these because actually a while ago now, he came out with The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, some short stories that take place in the same universe. And I wanted to do a reread before reading this to kind of refresh my memory. It's just taken me a while to get to it because my TBR is so long, and it will take me quite a while to get through it because I'm planning on taking breaks between each book. For example, this next month I'm going to be rereading The Hunger Games in order to prep for the Hunger Games prequel, which I hope to get to a little bit faster than I did with these short stories. I think everyone knows what this series is about. It's quite popular, but just in case you don't, it is a young farm boy discovers a dragon egg, which hatches for him, and then he becomes a dragon rider and he has to save his land, the empire where this takes place, from the evil king. So yeah, but diving back into this first book has been such a joy. It's been a lot of years since I've read it. I remember this one pretty well because I've reread it a bunch of times, but it's still just been so long that it really felt like going home, but at the same time, it was just a long enough break that I could really get back into it. This is one of my all-time childhood favorites, so it was so nice to read it again. And I feel like now that I'm older, I'm able to even appreciate more things about it. I really love, this is kind of a small detail thing to love, even though it's a big part of the books, but it's just so specific, is the magic systems. This book has 2 magic systems in it. It has both a hard and a soft magic system. So the hard magic system has very distinct rules, and there are big consequences to if you break those rules. It runs on the ancient language, and whatever magic you're going to perform takes as much energy as if you did it manually without magic, and so you can't do anything too big, otherwise it'll take all your energy and you will die. So big consequences if you get it wrong. And this magic system is used by the humans and the elves. But then there's a soft magic system, which is the magic system that dragons use. And theirs really has no rules at all. Dragons can't willingly use magic. It just sort of happens sometimes, and they themselves don't know how or why. But the good thing about this is that sometimes soft magic systems are used to cheat, to get characters out of bad situations just like that and not having to explain it. But these books, I find, most of the time do not use the soft magic system that exists to cheat. They instead use it to heighten emotional moments in the book. For example, at one point in the book, a character is buried. I won't mention which character, and the dragon is able to turn the tomb into diamonds in order to preserve this person's body for forever, so they will not be ravaged by time. And it's such a beautiful moment and a really great use of a soft magic system to heighten an emotional moment, not to get our main character out of trouble. So yeah, that's just kind of a little bit of a tangent, but something that I really love about these books. I will say I totally forgot how abrupt the ending for this book is. The entire final battle and the wrap-up for the whole book all takes place in less than 20 pages. I got to the final 2 chapters and I was like, oh my gosh, there's still an entire battle sequence and then the wrap-up to do, and I have less than 20 pages left. So that was a bit of I totally forgot. But yeah, again, this was a real joy. This month I was trying to slow down a little bit on my reading. I've been reading a lot and faster than I usually would since starting my booktube, because I keep having goals every month of what books I want to finish. And so this month I kind of decided no goals. I'm just starting Eragon, and I'm gonna take my time with it and really enjoy it, and I did, so I'm really happy about that. So then the only other book that I read this month was Harley in the Sky by Akini Dawn Bowman. And this one I actually got from the Once Upon a YA Book Club subscription box. My mom got it for me for my birthday, and it was a little late because of everything that's going on right now, which was kind of fine because I've had so many books to read lately. So I am actually going to be posting in a few days a unboxing video for that, in which I will be talking about this even more than I am about to. This book is about a teenage girl whose parents own a circus in Las Vegas, and all of her life she has wanted to be a trapeze artist, but her parents actually want her to go to college. They do not want her to join the circus, and so instead she ends up running away with the rival circus. And I did not actually end up loving this book, unfortunately. It does talk about some important topics. It talks about mental health issues, and the main character has, both of her parents are biracial, and so she feels like she is not enough of any culture to be able to claim that culture, and so she struggles with that a lot. So some very important topics, but I think the writing style just really didn't end up being for me. So yeah, a little bit disappointing, and as I said, I have a video coming out in a few days where I talk about this one even more. I will say there's a really cute scene in this one that gives a little deeper meaning to the title, and I really do appreciate when books have a scene in the book that kind of connects back to the title a little more deeply and gives it some more meaning, and those scenes are usually really nice and enjoyable. So yeah, again, the only 2 books that I read this month, but it was a nice low stress month for me, and I'm glad to have taken a little bit of a slowdown. Next month I do plan to read the entire Hunger Games series though, because I definitely want to be prepared for the prequel, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which I think comes out next month. I have it pre-ordered, so I'm pretty excited for that one. And then after that I'll be continuing on with the Eragon reread, which I'm definitely excited for. So yeah, a bit of a short wrap up this month, but I hope you enjoyed, and let me know down below what you read this month and how your reading has been going. Thanks for watching. Remember, words matter.